Hi, this is Sam for Choco for Change, and this video is about the markets and what the markets really mean when we hear that used in the media, um, hear that used by politicians. Um, it sort of seems like a vague term when we hear it's the markets that operate. It seems something abstract, and maybe to some degree it is. But I think the markets, the way it is defined by some politicians, is also problematic. And you know, the markets uh, are are something complicated. It's got a lot of um, elements to it when we say markets, but I think politicians often try to reduce markets to suppliers and demanders. And I think that's the big problem because they sort of skip the stuff in the middle where you have middlemen and speculators and all. And I think if politicians keep using this type of rhetoric, uh, about suppliers and demanders and forget about everything in between, they don't really understand what markets are all about. And I think we hear this sort of rhetoric being used, uh, particularly uh, in the context of oil and the oil prices going up and saying it's a supply issue. Uh, and so we hear that used in that context a lot. But I just wanted to say to the viewers that markets aren't what politicians really say it is, just suppliers and demanders, and that's it. It's much more complicated. There are a lot more things going on in there, and to try to reduce it to suppliers and demanders might be something that might work for them for their own intentions. They're trying to use it in that way, but that certainly does not is not at all uh, accurate and does not at all conform to reality at all. And so next time you hear the word markets, uh, you know, think about these different things rather than supply and demand, because it's not purely driven by supply and demand. There are a lot of other things going